Okay, then
We're
I'm trying to.
just before we start, we are going live for the new folks. We post all of our discords, all of our stand-ups on YouTube. And then I also wanted to introduce real quick Chin, who today's his first day, or no, maybe yesterday was his first day. I'm not sure. He's coming from NYU, which has a special place in my heart, and he's going to be supporting the Subod with whatever Subod needs. Chin, do you want to say a couple of words? And you're a
Welcome
master's
to the
Yeah,
team.
student, right? In masters.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm doing, yeah, like Avi said, I'm doing my master's at NYU. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. I'm just going to be working on the LLM's respondents. Yeah, I mean, it's great to see you guys. And it's pretty cool that you guys do the retro and stuff. I've never seen that before. But yeah, I mean, I hope to get to know you guys and, get to work. So,
Yeah. Okay. Then, and I haven't been here that long, so I should basically, my role is to moderate and go one by one. I will. As a twist, I'm gonna go reverse alphabetical so that Ambush does not always get like the first on the spotlight. So. Okay, starting from the end, assuming do we have? I think we have everybody. Yeah. So, Rupesh, do you? Yeah, I'm starting with the end. Rupesh, what you up to?
Hey, thanks for starting with me. Happy Friday, everyone. And
Happy Friday.
yeah, throughout the week, I have worked on the experiment getting vanished issue, and I have also worked a little bit on the brainstorm. I'm waiting for the Subodh's input about the backend update for the brainstorm endpoint. Once it is done, I will just make a fix and raise a PR so that yeah, it will be in the dev then. That's it from my end. Thanks.
Okay, Madi.
Mm. All right, so I just wanted to take notes, but yep, here I am. So this week I worked on adding the database. So right now we have a Postgres database in our application, which is usable, and also we have the documentation in our docs folder for the database on how to use it. Next, I worked on a little bit on the developer experience. So now the project uses pre-commit, and if the code is not right and not quality code, it does not allow to commit until we fix it. And it's not finished yet because there was like 1,500 length issues in our project, which I solved like 1,000 of it. 600 about 600 length issues remained. I'm working on it. So I have write the documentation for the how to develop, and I will do a demo at the end of the session. And that's it. And also added the database into dev. Witmo Mo did all of the work. I was there. And Mo will give more updates on the using Kubernetes and Docker. So that's it from my side.
Okay, and apologies, I just realized that like there's alphabetical order for with camera, alphabetical order without camera, and so that shifts. So I'll be a bit more careful. But so the restarting from the alphabetical order backward, Tusha would be the next one.
Hi everyone. So I've been working on Currently, I've been developing the development plan for the new website design. I've been working with Pablo and Ashley, and we have gone through the brainstorm phase, and we'll be starting with the uh, designing part, and then moving to development as well. So, yeah.
Okay. I so yeah, Tatovic.
Oh, sorry. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. So there is a change in the calculations methodology. Now I'm past an extra level which says not available. So everything is calculated in regard with that. Uh, so calculations is updated. In terms of the dashboard, I was just now going over it to make sure this not available is not included in the visualizations. We're all good there. Yeah, that's what I have done so far. In terms of what I have not done, I saw there are some posts in the hunting channel, so I still have to go over those. So those bugs are not fixed yet.
Okay. Subad.
So this week I managed to put in a estimation model as well as check for the human baseline, and also made changes in the service so that the null label can be done, and accordingly I think Tatavik has worked on it. Yeah, those were basically the major ones. And of course, so we also have the option to go from 2 to 6 alternatives depending on the configuration. So all those things are in dev, and I'm working on few more model editions for the human baseline. Hopefully, I'll put them on Monday. So not only that we have an option to estimate MNL, but also MNP, because a couple of papers do estimate mixed logit. So we'll also be able to match the papers at the model label. So, I mean, these are all the attempts so far to see how best we can improve our human baseline replications. And a couple of other things that will also make change. I have to sit with Marty. So papers who do not use opt-out option in their paper, we will also do the same when it comes to human-based replication survey. Because if we do that, then I can compare the two, what paper has reported and what we have, not just at the Spearman R, that is the order effect, but also at the AMC label. And that should basically give us more idea about the quality of our replication beyond just a rank order match, but also the actual probability label match. So yeah,
Okay.
that is it.
Okay. Sarah.
I don't know if anybody saw in I don't know if anybody saw this in general, but I just posted that we were accepted to the NYU challenge, which is exciting.
Sorry, can you expound on what that means so that everyone
Yeah,
understands?
it's like an accelerator program that at the end you get a grant essentially if you just it's a grant for 75K, and I believe you just have to pretty much participate in like defining certain goals, and as long as you hit them then you're supposed to be awarded the money. So yeah, we were accepted, which is exciting. That's my major update. I worked with Mia this week. I worked on organizing the Google Drive this week. And yeah, just supporting Avi with whatever he needs.
Nice work, Sarah. We're now 1 for 1. maybe that's not true. It's been a while since we've been rejected from something, which maybe means we should apply for more things. But very nice work. Very nice work with that. I think that will help us with the NYU, but with the New York State program as well, maybe. maybe.
Okay. Pablo.
Good morning, everyone. And good evening and good afternoon, because we have people from all over the world.
Good day.
Yesterday, we had meetings with Professor Gallagher, who referred us to 6 individual companies or organizations. He's referring me 2 more. And those individuals that are, heads of marketing, CEOs themselves, are referring me to other organizations. And so a big part of today, which I think is an awesome a problem to have, is following up with all of these people, putting them in the pipeline, pushing things forward, getting them organized. I'm a bit behind on that, but I think that's a great sign of just the inflow of love and interest that we're getting. We also had a very, I think, great discovery meeting with LinkedIn with very strong signals of them wanting to pursue sooner rather than later. We we've been having a lot of like awesome meetings with some of our partner organizations and friends like Matt Wallart. So a lot being pushed ahead, which is really, really exciting. And then excited to also embark on a fundraising war room effort with Avi to get our ducks in our order and finally go to war on the fundraising, which is going to be really fun. So that's it for me. Yeah.
Thank you. Mia.
Hey everybody. This week I finished, I ran like over 50 experiments on like different B2C and B2B companies. And then I used that to help me craft like cold LinkedIn outreach messages. And I sent about 50 of those. So I did my full like sales navigator credit. So hopefully maybe there'll be some traction, maybe not, we'll see. And I also helped Lucy brainstorm some Reddit posts that she could make yesterday on different communities and that are like very active. So yeah, that's what I did this week.
Nice work, Mia. That's some real work. Are there any kind of early signals you're getting from that exercise, or is it too early to tell?
So what I did is to maybe see like how to craft messages a certain way. I did different messages for like each one, crafted them differently. So I feel like I'll maybe know more next week and see what works and what's not working. But I just tried a bunch of different things and just kind of sent it and just to kind of see like work and what won't,
Good. You're exploring the search space. We had
Yes.
last week we had a record number of users in the app, so I'm wondering if they're coming from your efforts. So
Yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Lucy. Hard act to follow, but do your best.
Sorry, what is it?
It's after all the good news from Pablo and Mia, that's hard to follow, but we're listening to you.
Okay. So this week I work on drafting posts for Reddit community, and I believe I posted 7 posts in total. So like 1 post per day. And I did 30 plus comments on other people's threads and like other people's posts. And I think I got some good results from all the posts. And to update, I did a Nintendo Switch post yesterday, afternoon, and we got like 9 comments in like 30 minutes. But we also got took down by the moderator in like 1 hour after posting. That's like I don't know if that's good or bad, but like a lot of good engagement. It's got taken down, but I will send the screenshot in the chat. So like, wait. Yeah, I can send a screenshot in the chat to look over those comments, and I think there are some pretty good insights from people's engagement. And I will keep posting today. I will do the MBA one maybe today and see how that works. And also I need to find a way to like not be viewed as like self-promotion or like excessive self-promotion. Yeah, I need to find a way.
Nice
Yeah.
work. If we're not getting, if we're not getting rate limited once in a while, we're not trying hard enough. So that's a very good effort. What was the general? Can you give us insight on how the market was reacting to the post before it was taken down?
Yeah. So we talk about like how people care about performance rather than like the price of the like search model. And then like a lot of people agreed on that. And that comment has the most upvotes. And there are also people saying their Joy-Con is like a killer. Like super like they do switch because like Joy-Con like local multiplayer. And that one got a lot of upvotes too. Another person was asking like, how do we determine what percentage? Like, why is OLED like, I mean, like have like a 19% chance of like people were asking where did the data come from? Like, how can we determine what percentage we get like from our data? Yeah,
I
there
think
were
there's a
questions.
person that clicked on the link. I saw a
It's
comment.
still
Yeah, I saw a person who created another comment who was like, "Oh, I clicked on the link. I didn't have time to run another experiment, but you know, like it's generating a lot of curiosity. Like people people are very passionate about Nintendo Switch. I had no idea it was so provoking.
yeah. Because yesterday when I was like browsing, I found that like the Nintendo Switch actually like normally have like 2,000 regular users online all the time, and like, it's like a really active community and a lot of posts happening every day. Probably because the Switch 2 just come out. That's probably the reason why people are using it. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to you getting this process down in a way that doesn't get us banned, so that we can scale it. Good learning.
Yeah. I think people are like just like the moderator doesn't like it. Yeah.
Well, you'll figure it out.
Thank you, Lucy. So next we have Hadi.
Hello everyone. So this week I was working on population form that the user can define their own population traits. Uh, in recent days, I'm making updates on adding the for other countries the traits which Subod will provide me, and also making it persisted that when user goes forward to another step like what and comes back, it should not reset the user selection. Yeah, that's it this week. I was working on this only.
Okay. Thank you. Florian.
Hi, everybody. I've been working on the latent psychological constructs, and I think the prompt should be done at this point. I've tested it across different examples, and I think it looks good, but I need to sit with Subodh to go over it and make sure it all looks fine. Other than that, I've been doing some more reading on it for some of the references Subodh sent me. And for the CI/CD pipeline for the human baseline, I've gotten all the relevant functions we need to retrieve the information of each run for the human baseline, so we can store it and keep track of it. And then I will give it to Atish, who will implement it in the Ditto repository.
Okay. I think yes. Well, next would be Kin, who is new. Do you know what you're gonna work on next week? Like between now and the next. Well, I mean, I guess the next stand-up is going to be Monday. So, what are you gonna work on between now today?
Yeah, so hi everyone. I have been given some homework, so I'll be just a recap. I'm working on the respondents LLM and just proving performance and trying to like get it to match better with like real life studies. So we're gonna, I guess, look at two things. Like one is like reinforcement learning, and the other is probably uh, models with test time compute or reasoning. But to be specific about the tasks, I'll be just doing some reading that Subodh has passed on to me. So just like absorbing some domain information about choice modeling and stuff. And there's also a few papers that I'll be looking at. And yeah, I'll be done with that by Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, you arrive, as you arrive, there's a lot to absorb and like figure out, like, yeah, the trade-off between absorbing and like trying to be productive and add. So, uh, good luck with that. And yeah, we're happy to have you. I think in the A's, I think Avi is next.
Happy Friday. I have been working on finding some folks at Upwork who can like deploy and run some small packages for us. Hadi, if you're looking for kind of more beefy things to do, I would love to connect because there's some there's some capabilities that I'd love to talk to you about specifically. You know, how can we not just run an experiment one time, but run an experiment, 3 or 4 times across the entire user lifecycle? And then the second is, once we run an experiment, can we suggest 3 or 4 new experiments to run, and how can we kind of create like a little bit of a viral loop? I don't want to call it a viral loop, but how to create like a science loop in the platform where we have a conclusion from one experiment, and then you want to understand like why do people who are buying the Nintendo Switch prefer OLED screens to the other screens, and then so we can go kind of 1 or 2 levels deeper for each conclusion. Was working on sales a little bit. Thank you, Pablo, for your kind of leadership there. The LinkedIn meeting went really well. To add some color, they were pretty much like, can you take my credit card today? Like, how do I get access to this platform today? And we were like, yes, we can take your credit card. So that's exciting, although they still haven't given it to us, which was interesting, but whatever. And then working on kind of getting the word out. So we were invited to go to the open section of Davos, which is like not really a thing. I don't know if I'm going to do that. And then there's SampleCon, working on the financial models. I've been doing a lot of demos. Like, I've been getting a lot of inbounds for people that are trying to sell us their products. So I've been saying no to a lot of people. We said no to this like AI SDR that wants to charge us like $100 a lead effectively for like AI spam. a company that wants to help us with our DevOps. But it's nice to kind of like see these like account executives, BDR. It's nice to see the sales process of enterprise sales, and see what other people are doing. And then, yeah, I did some, well, and then I did a lot of like onboarding and permissioning and like updated some DNS records. If anyone knows DNS records really well, our MX like report on our website has a few errors, and I'm not really confident about how to fix them. Tushar, maybe if you and me want to have a quick session, like I'd love to like clean up the DNS, and I feel like between you and me, like the two of us should maybe have enough experience to clean it up together. But yeah.
Okay, thank you, Avi. Next, Ashley.
Hello. I am working on a few more articles today, and I do need the passwords to consolidate the YouTube accounts. I've been collaborating with just yesterday with Tushar and Pablo on the website design, just from the marketing funnel kind of perspective. And then for the ad week submission I was putting together, if I could just get a confirmation from Avi or Sarah, if you know, about the accuracy of those answers that the ChatGPT instance produced, just to make sure before I submit that form for the AI Leadership Award. And that's all for me.
Thank you. Next, Ambush.
Hi guys, happy Friday. So this week while I was working on my task, I came across a particular issue where Neo4j's free tier is kind of limited. So yeah, so it actually tells you to upgrade to get more access to the graph data. But one of the another ways to do this I found out was we could use LangGraph. So LangGraph in comparison was pretty good. I found its implementation quite simpler compared to Neo4j. And even debugging LangGraph was just very easy. Yeah, and yeah, so it's pretty good. I've shifted to LangGraph for now, and I think it can be pretty much better compared to Neo4j. The problem is debugging Neo4j is a task in itself, and I think one of the main boosts to my task this week was I shifted to using Claude, and that's pretty good. It's really good at completing the task, giving you the better implementation, and getting the bugs out. So yeah, if all goes well, maybe by next week I can put this into production. But yeah. And Avi, one more blocker.
Put what into production specifically?
Yeah, the graph rag. Yeah.
So like we'd be able to like chat with our results?
Yeah, I mean, we still have to integrate it with the backend, but I should be done with the implementation of the graph rag. Yeah. Okay. We should be able to do that, yes. And one more blocker, Avi, I'm still not able to push to GitHub. I'm not sure if I have the access.
Let's maybe Ashley and Ambuj, we can have a session after stand up, and I'll give you guys whatever you need.
Okay, sure.
Nice work.
Okay, sure.
Nice work. Ambuj, one of the things
Thanks,
I'd like to understand, and we could also do this later, but I'm going to do a demo at the end of stand up where I pretty much like downloaded the PDF from Tativik's or from the analytics component, and then I posted that to Claude, and I was asking questions. I said, hey, here's a research report that we received, give me some insight. And it actually worked quite well. And so I'm curious how, it'll be an experiment to see kind of which implementation gets us further, but
yeah, sure.
But I'm excited to check it out. Like the graph rag I can see will help once we have many experiments. With one experiment, it's unclear, okay. But the graph rag probably scales a little bit better, especially with memory, or especially without memory. Whatever. It'll be an experiment.
Sure.
Okay.
That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So Abdelrahman.
Hello. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. For me, I have created the database with Mahdi, and we confirmed it's working right now. And then I agreed with Mahdi to continue the Double Cloud work. Uh, and now I'm working on hosting the Rehoboam on Kubernetes, and I have tested it multiple times, and I confirmed with Mahdi it's working very fine. So now I'm working on the pipelines. I supposed to get them ready by tomorrow for Rehoboam, and I'll move other services on the way. Thank you.
Okay, and to finish us off, Atish.
Yep, so I'm just wrapping up moving, or like I guess our migration of our data into the Postgres database. And just hoping to have the PR done by today. Just one thing I needed though, if Abdul Rahman could show me or just like help me host the CSV in GCP, because in develop, test, and production, I guess we have to load the CSV into the Postgres database. So
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yes, sure. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and that's all, folks. So, Avi, you want to wrap us up? Wrap us up?
Well, we could do demos.
Okay.
Someone's got a demo.
I mean, who has demos? Who has demos in? Okay, Mari.
All right. I hope my internet works fine. Let's try. If not, I will share images. So here are the things for the database. So for the database, we have saved the database, and this is the instructions on how to work with the database. So if you just go to application here and or click database, you find the documentation on working with database. So this is the database we have. Next, we have added testing, so the development flow. So I have created these scripts, actually, which is the bash scripts, which makes the work of developer easy. So just one command make, and they're ready to go. So for example, this is make docs, and this documentation will be up for them. Just one command, for example, make a format, make links. These are the ones. And run the code like this, clean setup. So this is interesting as setup also. For example, let's try it. Set up the application, and for example, checks if the required packages are installed for the application. I mean the Git, poetry, and all those things. So yeah, this is good for developers. And then these pre-commit hooks, which uses ref. For example, if I make a changes in code, then if it's not in a proper format, it will not allow committing. So this helps us reduce the bugs and improve the quality of our work. And yeah, I have described all things in the documentation. And also, this is for the new developers who join, how to start the work, how to develop before committing, and the project structure, best practice of development. All those things is in the documentation. So Yeah, that's it. And the one, yeah, that's it from my side.
Okay, thank you. And I mean, I
One,
definitely, very good.
yeah, one more date. We are trying to use Docker in our development as well. So everyone use Docker. So there's no issue on setting up the project here and there, all the installing on all the packages manually. So Mo and I are working to make it work. Yeah, that's it.
Any other demo for today?
I can give a quick demo. Well, let me share my screen. So, oops, sorry about that. One thing that I put together, the one thing that the team put together with Sarah is, with Sarah Pablo Sabot is this kind of org chart. So we wanted to start to get a little more structure. It's everything is quite flat here, but we wanted to get kind of some structure here. So we have growth, which is kind of the work that Pablo is doing here. That's divided into marketing, sales, sales ops, and customer success. This kind of follows the customer journey, right? The discover, try, buy, or the consideration, awareness, purchase. Right, so consideration is marketing, awareness is marketing, consideration is sales ops, effectively running demos, and then purchase is sales, and then telling your friends or being viral is the customer success. By the way, we have it's a little early to tell, but the fact that more than half of our demos are coming from existing users is a really strong sign. And then behavioral science, we have Subod, and then we have a handful of agent efforts. The experimental design, which is which I'll show you in the mural. The synthetic respondents, and then the causality or the modeling or the analytics components here. And so if we look in Miro, whoops, hold on, let me go to Miro. We have those same kind of four groups, right? Experimental design, synthetic respondents, and then the modeling, right? So it's all the same language. You'll see the same language in AHA, right? So you can look at all of the initiatives, and you can see the same kind of initiatives, and you can see how these initiatives roll up to the different GitHub projects, right? So every initiative is a GitHub milestone. So if you go into a repository and then you look at the issues and then you look at the milestones, these are all the same milestones. So everything is all kind of organized so that if you're a new person, you can easily see how your work rolls up to support the winning metrics. Thank you, Sarah, for all of that. Any questions?
Okay, well, if there are no more questions or demos, we're right at time. So already checking a box for finishing a meeting on time. So this is a good way to start our day. So go build things, people.
Thank you, Florent. Thanks all. Happy Friday.